Chrisean Rock hooked up with Offset.
Exactly, right. And
I'm just wondering why any sane man, especially a married, famous, rich man, would mess with Chrisean Rock at this point in
and Cardi's
life.
called to clear it up. Offset and Cardi was separated. So when she called me, she wasn't in a frenzy. She wasn't crying. She wasn't all hyper. She wasn't any of that. She was like, yo, Wack, I really don't know what's going on. But, you know, I'm seeing things. I'm getting tagged to things. It's really not my business because we're separated at that time. And I think she came out after the fact and kind of announced that. Like, I'm not really caught up in that because we're separated.
Are they still separated?
Well, I don't know what they are now.
Note Offset exposing Chrisean Rock for becoming pregnant. When people mentioned that these people in Hollywood are simply sleeping with each other alternately, they weren't lying, baby. Word on the street is that Junior is actually Offset's child, so it turns out that Blueface wasn't tripping when he denied taking him as his own. It seems that Blue was aware that Chrisean was being cheated on by someone else when they were dating, but he was unaware that it was Offset. Cardi, however, was aware of the affair and just acknowledged it. As if things couldn't get much worse, Azealia Banks entered the conversation and made fun of Cardi for letting Chrisean ruin her marriage. In fact, it was Blueface who first revealed Chrisean and Offset's affair back in 2023 when she announced to her followers on Instagram that she would take down that absurd tattoo of him from around her neck. This anger blew all the way off, and he accused her of having an affair with Offset in a tweet. It's not a flex to have a tattoo. Literally a few weeks ago, you had sex with Cardi B's husband. Guys staring at me while they sleep with you is getting old to me. Please get rid of the rest of them as soon as possible. Offset promptly went on his page to refute it, as was to be expected, but nobody took his words seriously. This man literally cheats on women on a regular basis, sleeping with any lady who dares to approach him. Why will anyone believe? I'm not going to talk to that woman or touch her, he added. Man, this is real talk. Do you require assistance? Chrisean disputed it as well, saying that Blue was crashing out because she had discovered pornographic movies on his phone. Your abrupt departure while making up is let's talk about how your recent search history included LGBT videos. Bro, that's the real reason I got the tattoo cover-up. Dude, I had a sour look on my face. Being bisexual is very okay. Weirdo, just tell a girl before she falls in love. Not Croc fabricating irrational DL accusations to divert attention from the reality that she was having an affair with someone's spouse. In any case, Blue posted further receipts that included the times and locations of Crow and Offset's meetings. You're not F. Cardi's spouse then. At 4:09 a.m. on November 10th, at the residence in Los Angeles. This is something I made up? I tried to hide you, but you keep revealing yourself on these apps. I always just state the facts. Since Chris and Offset were seen together in Los Angeles on November 10th for French Montana's birthday celebration, Blue wasn't lying at all. After the party, they might have connected. I'm not claiming that's what actually occurred, but the time frame makes perfect sense based on what Blue mentioned. Get this, everyone. Cardi jumped on Liv and declared she and Offset were done just days after Blue revealed all that information. She also acknowledged that she was already aware of the entire Chrisean Offset scandal, but she was already over him and didn't even bother to look into it.
Single for a minute now. I know today has been an eventful day. I don't pay mind to none of that. Like, I don't care about none of that. I don't want you to put me none of that. I don't know if y'all been getting clues from me for my live. I mean, I don't know if you guys been getting clues from me for my lives or from my stories when I put some certain music or find my own followings. When it comes for today's events and stuff, I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. I don't care to find out because I've been single for a minute now, but I have been afraid to I'm not afraid, I just don't know how to tell the world.
Following this, Chrisean and Janet, her best friend, got into a fight. Additionally, Janet verified the romance between Chrisean and Offset.
Janet confirmed Chrisean and Offset's affair.
Home wrecker, so it's like you try to home wreck Cardi B because you want to be like her. So it's like, what did you say? You left your earring or your ring on purpose so Cardi could see it? Oh yeah, that's when I went all out. That's when I was like, we committing adultery now? Oh girl, that's not God. That's how I knew how to cut people off. And I didn't even go that day because she kept saying, I'm gonna call da-da-da. And I was like, no, why? I love Cardi. Why would you do that? No. And then what the happened? We all looking for Chrisean and this bitch over there. And she left us. And I was like, damn, you left us for something that's not even yours and that's Mary.
If this wasn't awful enough, Chrisean's sister, Chastity, said that Chrisean abandoned her to watch Junior when Cardi was out of town so she could go to Offset's residence. It seems that Card's children were present when they noticed Offset entering the residence covertly. Let Cardi B know that it's true. I also worked as a babysitter one night. I took care of Junior while Chrisean went to see you-know-who while Blue slept at home. I have screenshots and photos of the night Blue slept at the residence before sneaking out. Offset. You can't even harm your queen in that way. And she shook my effing head after being near your daughter. As if this scenario couldn't get any stranger, people close to Croc are now claiming that Junior is actually Offset's child. It seems that even before Junior was born, she and Offset were skulking around. Sources indicate that Blue didn't want to claim Junior since he knew she was sleeping around. Azealia Banks and many others lost little time in making fun of Cardi for this, as, for a long time, people she believed they were hating, but they cautioned her about Offset. Actually, Cardi was informed by Azealia that Offset was only trying to make her feel uncomfortable. Offset interrupted Cardi's Rolling Loud performance to apologize to her after he was discovered cheating for the millionth time in 2022, after she attempted to warn her about him. I think it's messed up that men think it's okay to desecrate her workspace with their opinions of what she should be doing, tweeted Azealia, who wasn't amenable to this. I have no idea why they believe it's acceptable to simply interrupt ladies when they feel like it. They would be calling the lady a 304, berating her and saying she's no good if it were the other way around. Everyone will jump to their defense, though, because they expect to be embraced as part of the man's hip-hop character. Cardi and Azealia had a number of online feuds before this, so she didn't take this warning seriously. She so assumed that this was merely Azealia's typical hate. Azealia had been telling her the truth the entire time. Now, of all people, she lost Offset to Chrisean, who even had a whole baby on her interview.
Blaming me for what Blueface is doing. I didn't agree with Blueface for what he did.
What did Blueface do?
Well, he posted, I don't know if it was text messages, pictures, I don't know what it was, right? Of Offset and Rock, Chrisean, around. Because in his head, I can stop it, but I can't stop nothing I don't know about, right? Blueface is pissed off. He's on his mission. He want to be part of the circus. I'm gonna let his ass join the circus. So now, I'm learning other things, right? So I'm all ready to fight with Blueface to try to at least control this fire. Yo, don't. And she so I'm telling nephew, look, out of respect of Cardi, because I don't want no backlash going to her, because she's telling me I don't got nothing to do with none of this. He's single, I'm single, right? Just leave it alone, brother. She came in and helped your career, for real. You know what I mean? The Tatiana song, the video, everything she did for us. So out of respect to her, she ain't got nothing to do with it. Is anything she's feeling what you feel if we gotta put her somewhere, right, Andy?
This is what Khan said when questioned about her subsequent appearance on Jason Lee's show.
Blueface went online and made this wild allegation that went viral that said that you and Offset had slept together behind Cardi's back. You haven't talked about it. Cardi hasn't talked about it.
She responded and said she didn't know if it was true or not, and she said, me and him is broken up. That's what she said.
Right.
Chrisean didn't confirm the claims, but she also didn't refute them, as you can see. And this gives them even more reason to believe that she and Offset actually had sex. It is our collective responsibility to apologize to Blue if Junior is indeed Offset's child. One individual stated, "When Junior forced her to take the lie detector test and she failed, I knew he wasn't Blueface. Blueface doesn't look like the boy." Someone else responded, "Wait, why didn't Cardi jump for messing with Offset but got them other girls jumped at the club?" Cardi is so afraid of Chrisean that I shake my head. Now though, I'd like to hear your opinions. How do you feel about Chrisean supposedly having an affair with Offset? And are you certain that Junior is Offset's child? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Remember to watch this other dirty video by clicking here.